Well, a very grand and glorious day, everyone. Grand and glorious day to you today on this amazing day where life is occurring. Yes, yes, it is right here, right now. I wanted to reach back out after my wonderfully empowering, amazing, fun day with the Gaden Shartse monks from Tibet and India. And it was just an amazing, did I say that? Experience. It was great fun. They showed up to set up about 9 in the morning, and by 10 o'clock, we were ready to roll with the peace mandala that they designed that morning and carried it out. And it took about 6 hours. And it's multi-layer, so it's very three-dimensional. They actually build up the sand using just beautiful colors of sand. And I imagine ancient tools that were metal funnels. And the metal funnels had ridges on them. And they had other little metal tools like a flat spoon with a pokey end that they would just back and forth on the ridges to control the flow of the different colors of sand. And it really happened quickly. I mean, it took 6 hours, but the progress that they were making throughout the day as they then, made the particular symbols and the lotus flower upon which in their tradition we are all, that is our foundation, the lotus flower could represent Mother Earth for certainly. And the reason why they choose the lotus flower, white flower, comes up through the mud, never has mud on it. It is purified through its struggle through the mud, through the water, all the way up to the light where it opens and unfolds in a most beautiful way. And I'll talk more about the symbols here in a little bit for those who want to go delve deeper with me. So the three-dimensional aspect of it really gave it a depth, and it was just really magical to watch these two very dedicated monks. It was mostly two. There were 5 here. We each had personal healings as well. And the intention that they set, the beautiful ceremony and ritual that they use for expanded consciousness, expanded awareness, using ancient techniques that illuminate and energize and vibrate, raise the vibration of the physical body. We're always, because we're so dense in this lifetime, we're always wanting to enlighten up, right? And I cooked. I had so much fun cooking. I did a fabulous, as always, chicken broth. I did their version of ramen, something it's called thunka. I don't think I'm saying it right, but I did my version of their version of ramen, and I did a vegetarian carrot and butternut squash as well. So we had the beautiful chicken vegetable ramen with the heavy seasonings and the ginger, turmeric, butternut squash, and carrot soup. And they certainly seemed to relish that and enjoy it. And, the host or the chef is always appreciated with the slurping of the ramen noodles. And it was great to experience that. I had no noodles, as you know. I'm more than I'm still grain free. The majority of the time, I think I had some corn tortillas about a month ago, and they were organic and everything, and I blew right up. But anyhow, yeah, feeding the bloat every day by giving up those toxic grains, unfortunately, that they're toxic, not that I gave them up. And so back to the monks, we then, after the 6 hours and the ceremony is or the mandala is complete, the master comes in and he cuts right through it and then sweeps it into a very colorful, beautiful pile. And we scooped that up and we took some and we walked down to River and Willows, and they offered a beautiful land blessing, and we turned the sand into the river for the benefit of all. All day we were for the benefit of all. All of this upheaval is deliberate and calculated, and we wanted to remain very grounded that day, and we were. And just keep praying for more light. That's all. More light. I don't care what you call the light, unless you, well, I do care, but not my problem. But for me, it's expanded consciousness, it's more love, it's more empathy, it's more frequency and vibration and connection and direction and protection and fun and frolic and abundance of health and happiness and great relationships, work that fulfills and sustains for all. And we can only do it for ourselves. We can only do it for yourself. When I counsel couples before marriage, that's what I talk to them about, is whose responsibility is it to make you healthy and happy? Whose responsibility? If you think it's going to be your future wife or your future husband, don't get married. I'll tell you that. It's that simple. It's not their responsibility. It's our responsibility as husbands and wives is to support the dreams and visions of each other, and to hold a higher frequency for each other to do better and better. And that's what we want. And the one monk was even saying, he spoke beautiful English, excellent elocution and communication skills. And he used actually the word marriage throughout the day. And as I was hearing that more and more, at first I was, okay, the togetherness, the connection, the intimacy, and of that each of us has to one another. And even more importantly, the intimacy that we want to create with this loving light energy. It fills you up. It fills you up. It helps you rise up, stand up, heal, think for yourself, speak for yourself, right? We're so brainwashed. We are all so brainwashed, and we're all brainwashed by different things. It's the nature of consciousness. The subconscious loves repetition, and it gobbles that up. And if we're repeating, I am worthless, as opposed to I am worthy, or all are worthy, or I am healthy, happy, grateful, as opposed to, whatever it may be. I don't even like to talk about that in this manner, because I'm really in an expanded awareness space right now, sharing this information with you. And I want to dip down below that level of 200, which is the level of consciousness. Unfortunately, 80% of the planet, and now maybe even more so, are below that level of consciousness. They do not recognize truth from non-truth. They cannot gauge for themselves, and it becomes very toxic very quickly. It's always been called things like groupthink, mob mentality, blah, blah, blah. Rising all the way up. Pick your head up. Pick your heart up. Breathe into your back, into your spine, into your tailbone, tap your body, get into your body, get grounded, get connected, get directed, get protected by frequencies that are beneficial for all. Now, I know that that kind of got off track of my beautiful day with those wonderful beings, and certainly Serene and Ariel and Karen and Mary and all the others who came for the other blessing as well. We're so very grateful, and I'm looking forward to next year. I shared with the young monk who was the translator about, I've shared this before when I had this very energetic experience with a very gifted massage therapist, and had seen when I was a monk in a former lifetime, although I didn't wear the red robe. So that was interesting, but of that nature, a very contemplative existence. And I was struck by lightning under a tree. And she and I both drew the same picture of a tree later that day, anyhow. And the young monk, he said, you're more than welcome to come back to come to the monastery at any time, but wait 2 years until we're back. And I thought that was so sweet. And I told him, yes, I'm not renouncing everything quite yet, but certainly can understand that lifestyle. When I was a child, I didn't understand, like the cloistered nuns or the monks who prayed on a mountaintop. Now that I am mature, I totally, absolutely know the power of prayer and contemplation and meditation and empathy and compassion. And as the Buddha stated, our compassion must include ourself, or it is incomplete. I cannot give you compassion if I don't have compassion and empathy first. And that really begins with through our own healing process. And that's really what we're here to do. And there are so many wonderful, wonderful ways to expand consciousness and expand truth and expand light and expand love and expand health and expand happiness. And you just get to pick one today. Pick whatever one you want. I hope this one helps for you as we just take a breath. Fully engage within the bodyscape with gratitude, surrendering, releasing, letting go, and just going down into the core of the Earth Mother, the lotus flower, seeing our muddy selves as just as beautiful as we come up the channel into the heart space. Tap that thymus space, awaken, tap that third eye. Tap that point of pineal and pituitary and thymus and all our endocrine system, thyroid, parathyroid. Tap down on your hips and awaken those lower endocrine systems. Now send that energy all the way out into the Divine Father energy, all the way across the universe, where we just offer our profound gratitude for all things beautiful that come through the mud, through the flood, through the devastation, through the crisis, through the drama, into the here and the now with profound gratitude. Let that rain down as we just ask that all who are suffering today move to peace of mind and well-being, and allow the healing to manifest here and now. So that is Namaste.